brung you to Rapture?
A man.
Really? You don't strike me as the romantic type.
Wasn't that kind of man.
Then what?
There's a debt that needs repaying.
I've known my share of Shylocks. You're not...
Invitations to Cohen shows are highly coveted. Nobody's gonna just hand us one.
You think you can figure out a way to distract the store owner while I take a look around?
You just find the mask. Leave the distractions to me.
Good day to you, ma'am.
Excuse me. Lady has some questions for you.
Yes, of course.
I'm interested in this piece.
Ah, excellent. You've an eye, haven't you, miss? It's a natural sapphire and diamond, 18-karat gold ring, fully hallmarked for Paris, 1887.
Really?
The center cabochon...
Cohen sends those masks out in some kind of box.
Stolen ring. Right out of her coffin in Twilight Fields. Did you think we wouldn't notice? I can assure you. The assurances of a grave robber are of no interest to me. If you hand the ring back, the matter will remain between you and me.
To my shop and talk this trash. I don't think so. Hit the bricks, you tramp! Or I'll see to it they hit you.
Get your hands off me!
Damn. Must be somewhere else.
Betty, it's 5 o'clock. Dinner should be on the table.
Oh, I know. But it won't be ready for another hour.
Betty, haven't you heard about the radar range? The latest home advancement for Fontaine futuristics?
Gee, what's that?
The radar range heats food from the inside, using microwaves, without gas or fire, in less than half the time.
Why, that's amazing. With the radar range, I can boil lobster tails in minutes, or brew a delicious cup of coffee in seconds.
Fontaine futuristics, saving my marriage and yours.
Might be best if we were gone when he wakes up. Any luck?
Nothing. Let's find another shop.
Where should we look next? Upstairs at the Artist's Struggle, or Rapture Records straight ahead?
I don't know. How is Ryan taking on the Fontaine's business?
See that dish I walked in with? Will you give her the star treatment, pal? That'll make it worth your while.
Of course, right away.
What is this piece?
It's by Trenet, but of course, covered by Mr. Reinhardt.
Oh, it's lovely.
Gotta find that box.
Oh.
Nothing.
Music does
Well,
something to me,
only one place left.
especially something these days. Almost timeless. Part of us that exists before thought, before logic, purely sensual.
The finest music touches in places.
That we never knew.
Yes.
Can you turn it up? Oh, it's so intoxicating.
Russell. I must go. I must go. Even one more note shall prove my undoing. Nothing?
No. Got one place left, though.
And if that proves to be fruitless?
We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Fontaine got taken out by Ryan's guns.
Hey, pal. You want to help out the little lady?
Yes, of course. Interesting, isn't it? An original Sander Cohen. He calls it miasma.
I'm sorry, but I know precious little about art.
How does it make you feel?
I don't want to open my mouth for
Box.
Fear of what foolishness might tumble out.
Would you like me to tell you what it means?
Oh, would you? Oh, I would like so much to understand.
There you are, you little son of a bitch.
You intend to to breathe the swampy air of the parasite.
You see, you've given me so much to think about. I feel a trifle swoony. Would you mind if I return tomorrow for further education?
I shall be here at your service. Until tomorrow.
All them orphanages and poorhouse did was to encourage the takers. Give them a hand and take an arm.
Good. You've located the mask.
Third time's the charm.
All right. It's best we head back to Cohen's.
Fine piece of work back with those shopkeepers. You got a bit of the grifter in you.
For that, you can thank my father.
Oh, yeah?
He was a man comfortable in a variety of roles.
Ah, very well. Mr. Cohen awaits your participation at his performance.
So who is this fellow Cohen? Some sort of underworld figure?
Worse. He's an artist.
An artist who kidnaps children.
Cohen's muse is a bit more diverse. I've seen his type. Gets an idea in his head, end a conversation. Don't matter who gets hurt.
Dance! Move! Be the conduit! Open yourselves to the music! To the spirit of the eternal! No. Why do you fail in this fashion? To embarrass me in front of my muse? My muse shall not be mocked. Fitzpatrick! Please! The stick! For God's sake! My muse shall not be mocked! Get them out of here! There shall be no failure on my canvas. There's no room in rapture anymore for the artist. Who are you?
Name's DeWitt.
Is that right? My. This one's a real biscuit. Isn't he a biscuit, lady?
Need to ask you a few questions.
Questions? Yes, yes. It is the work of man to ask. It is the work of the artist to answer.
You've seen this girl, haven't you?
We artists see more than most. You are more than you claim to be, little songbird. Are you not? Watch this one, DeWitt. She'll take you where you don't want to go. But I know the child in that photo is important to you. So many children flit, flit, flit away. I know where the girl is. And I will send you to her. In exchange, all I ask is a dance.
What?
I see something in you two. Art strips away artifice. Show me who you are, and I will show you where you need to
Listen,
go.
Cole, son of a bitch.
Mr. DeWitt.
What?
Dance with me.
Come, dance!
I shudder to think what greater price he might care to extract.
Fitzpatrick! Beauty and pain. They can be no more separated than birth and blood.
What do you think Cohen's customers do with the children? Do they?
Sometimes. But those types lack the capital of people like Ryan and Suchong.
That's a blessing.
You saw those little sisters? You so sure? But if Suchong had Sally, I'd know it.
How?
Because I tied him to a chair and asked him.
So?
For 15 hours.
I don't know what to make of you, Mr. DeWitt.
No!
Listen, we're not gonna keep...
Fitzpatrick! I see suffering in you. I know how to shine a light on your pain. A moth will become a butterfly.
Mr. DeWitt! Mr. DeWitt! Are you all right?
I'm fine.
You were dreaming. You kept saying your daughter's name, Sally.
She's not my daughter.
I thought...
Pain and beauty! To an artist, they are parent and child.
Cohen?
I'm sending you to find your young one. No need to thank me. I'm not so sure you'll like what you find.
Look.
Fontaine's. Ryan sent the whole thing to the bottom.
But it's a prison now. Why would Cohen have sent Sally there?
I don't know.
Everyone has needs. I merely provide a service for those who have the means to pay. You'll find your little bird in the housewares department.
How many people do you suppose Ryan's got locked up in that place?
Enough. Fontaine had amassed something near an army. Now they're down there, spliced up and wild. All right, there's a dock up ahead.
Takes a cold son of a bitch to do that to a living person.
What's that?
Burial at sea.
You read your residency contract with Ryan Industries? In perpetuity, we're all buried at sea.
Too comfortable. Keep your eyes open.
Seem to be some supplies this way, Mr. DeWitt.
It's Booker.
What?
Just call me Booker.
If it's all the same to you, let's leave it at Mr. DeWitt. Look up there. Let's have another look around. Perhaps we'll be able to find something to get us up and over.
Could be handy.
A skyhook.
Skyhook? You mean the air grabber? Kids use them to ride around up on the pneumo lines.
Air grabber. Huh. Constants and variables.
Constants and what?
Never mind.
first stuck.
I want the frosted one. Get me the frosted.
Mr. DeWitt, someone's coming.
Come back. I want the frosted.
All right, I got the grabber unjammed.
Where do you get off?
Mr. DeWitt, look. Housewares. That's where Cohen said we'd find Sally. The store ran trams between the 3 buildings. We'll need to avail ourselves of that.
Assuming it still works.
Optimism, Mr. DeWitt. It helps in situations like this. When did you come to Rapture?
Oh, it was, geez, I guess around 51? No, 48?
That's a rather large gap.
Time. Life I had before. Sort of becomes a blur. 49. 49 for sure. Damn.
You look a mess, Mr. DeWitt.
Just keep your eyes open for splicers. They can do us a whole lot worse.
Here, little birdies. Eat it up. Well, it's good for you, you know. I've never heard of birds that didn't like seeds. What? Who is it?
I'm home. Where do you get off?
Catch! Mr. DeWitt, look.
Well, there's the tram.
That splicer had no problem freezing a path for himself before.
I'm sure he'll be happy to do the same for us.
I have no doubt you'll prove persuasive. Mr. DeWitt, look. An ice rink.
Be good at places any to look for our new friend.
It says it's on the top floor.
So we go up.
Damn thing's locked.
Let me see that. Oh, have matters progressed so little? You could turn this with a rake pick. Done.
Where'd you learn that?
Oh, it's something I picked up a long time ago.
Our frozen friend leaves a hell of a trail.
Come on, just let me in, okay? Fontaine, he said we're all equal down here now, all in the same boat. I just want a taste of some high-class food.
Need this?
Nice!
Look up there.
You can't judge a man. Characters gotta come into account.
That's all I have right now. more time. Eve! Here you go! Ammo, take it! Need this?
Of my first play, Harold said, "A dead whale has washed up at the Schubert Theater and stinks a little more with each passing night." The Tribune called my first opera as having the effect of canceling out all of Mozart's classics in a single caterwaul. And now, critics take me to task for my humanitarian work. If I were not there to find a home for these orphans, would these bellyachers take my place? An artist once said, all critics should be assassinated.
What's happened to these people? They don't even seem sane.
Nothing beats your first splice. From there, it's all downhill. The frozen frosties, the jockeys who will hand you 1,000 volts as soon as look at you.
You sound sympathetic.
They wouldn't be the first sons of bitches who found an answer at the bottom of a bottle. But once you see them go all weak at the knees at the sight of a little sister and all her atom, they cut a less sympathetic figure. Short-circuited. Probably be able to pop it open with
A jolt of shock jockey?
You familiar with shock jockey?
More than you could know.
Let's look around. Maybe there's a store ain't been ransacked by splicers yet.
Who's there? You left!
DeWitt, ammo! Catch, Mr. DeWitt!
Heard about the radar range? The latest expansion for my characteristics? What's that? The radar range. It's food from the inside, using microwaves, without gas or fire, in less than
With the radar range, I can boil lobster tails in minutes, or brew a delicious cup of coffee in seconds.
user assist, saving my marriage and yours.
Looks like the plasma department is back that way. I'm sure we'd find something useful there. It's done.
I'll be late again. But I'm a mess. I'm a mess.
I've had it of this insolent behavior!
I gave you my all!
Here you go!
Perfect timing!
Freezing in here.
Something tells me all that cold isn't just coming from the ice rink.
Nobody gets even a sip unless I say so. God! Anyone comes near that bottle without permission is a dead man!
Get up. Get up.
Thanks.
You want to thank me? Next time, try ducking.
You rise to the challenge!
Mr. DeWitt, the plasmid? Have you forgotten what we came for?
A dead whale has washed up at the Schubert Theater and stinks a little more with each passing night. The Tribune called my first opera as having the effect of canceling out all of Mozart's classics in a single caterwaul. And now, critics take me to task for my humanitarian work. If I were not there to find a home for these...
Son of a bitch drank every last bottle of Old Man Winter.
I think I can help.
What was that?
It's a new plasmid. Lets me bring in things that might exist, but don't.
I'm not sure I understand. What's it called?
Tear.
Where'd you find that?
You don't expect a girl to share all her secrets, do you, Mr. DeWitt?
Freeze your enemies. Shatter them into 1,000 pieces.
you're the client and all, but I've gone about far enough without a few answers.
My purpose here is none of your concern. Consider me a means to an end.
And why do I get the feeling I'm being set up?
I told you I'm in collections. An account is in arrears. My clients simply want to see matters settled. Right.
Don't make any sense, that's all.
If you don't like the arrangement, the bathysphere's back there.
By a growing number of desirable titles. Where would you put them?
Ryan, take competition first.
You know as well as I do, these decisions come from the entire Central Council. If you can't trust the council,
That.
You're making us never
Eve! Mr. DeWitt, catch!
There! This is all your
I found ammo!
So you'll get what you got coming! He did not deserve that. Bastards! We'll remake the world!
Bottle of Eve.
That one! Now!
Okay. Go on without me.
Your imperfections will gain a crisis. They'll be do it now!
Sure thing. Wait, ammo.
What kind of self-reliant individual depends on state-run police force for safety, safeguard your home?
There.
On it. Eve, take it. Mr. DeWitt, catch. Sounds like your daughter. You owe me no explanation.
He's just another orphan. After Fontaine went down, City was lousy with him.
And?
I don't know. You have a reason for every stupid thing you've ever done? She started showing up, looking peaked. More fool me to feed the brat. Should have known she would never leave.
How did you lose her?
It's none of your business.
Something about you doesn't sit right.
Yes?
Wouldn't peg you as the rapture type. Not even a little.
If you mean I have no interest in joining the Andrew Ryan book club, you'd be right. Just another set of fanatics with a different set of books.
I gamble.
What?
You asked me how I lost Sally. I gamble. Took her somewhere kids got no business being. I was winning. In a place like that, you don't let a kid out of your sight.
But you did.
Yeah, and here we are. But the million-dollar question is, what's she to you?
I have an interest in reuniting you with her. Isn't that reason enough?
Let's hope Cohen was on the level when he said this is where we'd find Sally.
I can only imagine what they would do with a child in a place like this.
Cohen's halfway to Splicetown. Probably thought putting a child in prison would be high art.
The sooner we find her, the better.
Come on
Sally!
out there! Hopper.
Sally! Come out of there!
I can't see her.
What are you doing?
This is a schematic for the venting system. It shows there are more vents like this one in electronics, the bistro, returns, the book department, and the appliance show floor.
So?
If she's in there, there are only 6 vents she can come out of. Now there are 5. All these vents are connected to the central heating unit. If we close them off and turn the heat up, she'll be forced out through the central exhaust. It's the only exit.
You want to burn her alive?
No, we just make it hot enough to flush her out.
Can't do that.
Look, either we find her, or one of those splicers will.
All right. Where are the other vents?
There.
Come on, love. Oh, Mickey just wants to give you a little squeeze.
Welcome to the Circus of Values!
You don't want to disappoint your old uncle now, do you?
You come out of there! Ain't no fair keeping that tasty atom locked up in your stomach. Ain't no fair.
What's that?
There's another vent. Two down. Where to now?
Bucking from home is how Lewis was won. Bucking from home, a blast for everyone. Lift up your spirits, flow and fly. Launch your burdens in. Bienvenido al amor
Oh, sorry, honey. I have been in the weeds this entire shift. Who is it?
Making me very cross.
I'm looking.
Fine! I'm home sweet!
Found it. Done.
Glenda, honey!
Catch, Mr. DeWitt. What is that thing there?
It's a radar range. Never could figure out if the thing's designed to cook a turkey or a splicer.
Damn door's got a key code lock. No way to get in without knowing what it is.
millions of bacteria in each drop of saliva.
We're there.
Did he brush his teeth? Well, what if he touched a doorknob and then put his fingers to his lips? I waited weeks for that kiss. And ruined.
I made my quota. All right.
Here! Mr. DeWitt, here!
I deserve better!
Price of pain. Never be left alone. You're all just jealous of me.
It's not working! Where is she?
Come on. My baby needs you. Get out of there.
Okay, next one.
Kara, ain't nothing to write for this time. Jane died.
Listen, honey. You know there's rats in there.
I raised you better than this.
Glenda, honey?
Ammo, take it! Catch, Mr. DeWitt! There should be one more. Hear that?
Sally? Sally, it's me, Booker. Now, you come out now. Sally? Dear, do you hear me? It's me, Booker. Now listen, dear. You come out right now!
Mr. DeWitt, she's not coming. Now let's get the rest of these vents sealed. It's the only way. the last one.
Where's the exhaust?
In the toy department.
Welcome to the circus of value. Come back when you get some money, buddy.
Can you open this, Elizabeth?
Oh, this won't take long at all. Done.
I told Sander Cohen I'm always ready to cut a record. I put on a show. Said he'd call.
Looks pretty suspect to me.
We're all adults. We can't work around with a little...
God, no!
Sorry.
Locked from the other side. How the hell are...
Look. I think I can squeeze through. Give me a boost.
I heard the little rat scurrying this way.
What's taking so long?
I can't get the...
Come on!
I'm trying. Just give me a second.
Don't pretend you don't recognize me. I can't! My all! Almost came back to America! Swim with
Do it. You don't seem any worse for wear.
Speak for yourself.
All right, let me go check the exhaust vent.
Elizabeth!
All right. No sign of her. Looks like we'll need to turn up the thermostat if we're gonna flush her out. It's over that way. The thermostat's right there. Turn the heat up.
I'm not going to burn her.
It's the only way to bring her to us. If you won't do it, I will. Just give me the word.
Turn it up.
What?
Turn the goddamn thermostat up.
Do you hear that? We need to get back to the exhaust before we lose the girl again.
It isn't working.
I told you she's coming.
It isn't working. Turn it off.
If we turn it off, it's not gonna work.
We have to turn it off. We are hurting her. Sally! Sally? Sally, it's Booker. It's me. Sally, come on. I'm gonna get you out of here. Sally! Come out here right now! Sally. No.
Mr. Bubbles!
Great!
I've got ammo! Here!
That'll do.
Mr. DeWitt, the girl!
Sally!
DeWitt!
It's okay, Sally.
Is she?
Look, it's Sarah. Huh? She's come to see you. We're going home. Do you want to go home? Don't follow, please. Don't. I'm here. I just want to take you home. I just want to.
You're hurting her.
She's got to come with me.
She's not your child.
She is mine.
Let her go. Let her go.
She's mine. It's closing. Shut it down. Shut down the machine.
You've got to pull her through.
Shut down the machine.
No, she's not through.
Shut it down.
No, look,
I remember all of it. That poor child.
She wasn't yours, Comstock.
No.
I wasn't.
No.
Yet you had to have me, didn't you?
No, this isn't right.
And when the guilt was too much,
You turn to us to solve your problem.
To provide a place to go where you might forget.
Where there never was an Anna in the first place.
Comstock was never one to own up to his errors, was he, brother?
Never comfortable with the choices he made.
Always seeking someone else's life to claim as his own.
Elizabeth. Child. I am so sorry.
no, you're not. But you're about to be.
They told me, son, you...
Elizabeth, I am so sorry.
No, you're not. But you're about to be.
Mademoiselle?
Yes?
Quel est votre nom?
Elizabeth.
Pour vous, Elisabeth.
Oh no. No, I couldn't. I can't accept.
Je vous en prie. J'insiste.
Oh, thank you. Bonjour, Monsieur Surratt.
Bonjour, Mademoiselle Elisabeth. Je manque d'inspiration aujourd'hui.
Bonjour, Elisabeth.
Bien bonjour. Bonjour, mon ami.
Alors, tu as parlé à la jolie petite américaine? Oh, bonjour, mademoiselle.
Bonne journée. Comment ça va, Elisabeth?
Bonne journée.
Bonjour. Bonjour. Et si tu venais boire un verre avec nous?
Claude?
Sois pas jalouse, ma petite. C'est pas interdit pour un homme de boire avec deux jolies filles.
Viens jouer avec nous, Elisabeth.
I'm sorry, Cosette. Next time, I promise.
Ah, dommage.
Bien le bonjour, Elisabeth.
Bonjour, mademoiselle.
Comment allez-vous?
Bonjour.
Une baguette, mademoiselle?
Bonjour, mademoiselle. Le vent est frais, le ciel est bleu et vous êtes resplendissante.
Une baguette?
Bien le bonjour, Elisabeth. Je peux vous vendre tous les livres que vous voulez. Et pour pas cher en plus.
Do you have The Age of Innocence by Edith Wharton?
Désolé, ma petite. Celui-là n'a pas encore été écrit. Comment allez-vous? Roquefort, camembert, brie de Meaux, les meilleurs fromages au meilleur prix.
Elle est tellement plus belle, petite.
Raison. étage.
Sally? Sally!
Come back!
Sally, wait!
Come back! Come back!
Wait! Sally, stop!
Come back!
Sally, where are you going?
Come back!
Sally, hold on!
Come back!
Stop! Stop! Where did she go? Go away. It wasn't my fault. I didn't do anything! No! It wasn't my fault! Leave me alone! Can't you just leave me alone? I'm sorry! I'm sorry! I never should have left. I never should have left you there.
Empty? Empty again. What are the odds?
What's the hold-up?
Just having a bit of a laugh, Atlas.
This ain't a sporting event. Put a bullet in her. No need to torture the poor girl. We're not animals, you know.
All right.
Let her go!
Quiet down, dear. In a minute, all your problems will be over.
Elizabeth, tell him you can get him back.
Booker? Booker,
Say,
what? I don't understand. How?
Say, I can get you back to Rapture.
What?
Just say it.
I can get you back to Rapture.
Put the gun down. Now, what was that you said about Rapture?
I can get you back to Rapture.
And how you plan on doing that, sister? You some kind of magician?
Suchong.
What?
Tell him Suchong.
Suchong.
And how do you know that, slant-eyed wonder?
You're his lab assistant.
I'm his lab assistant.
If it escaped your notice, Andrew Ryan sunk us 5,000 fathoms below his shining city. How does Suchong propose to get us back?
That's between me.
That's between me.
And the slant.
And the slant. But if I do this, the girl goes with me.
Little sisters are worth their weight in gold. She's not up for negotiation.
Last time I checked, back in the city they were making little sisters by the dozen.
That's a right fairy tale you've dreamed up, sister. But if you're lying, we can just as well kill you tomorrow. Down here, we got nothing but time. In case I need to get hold of you. If you see Suchong, tell him Atlas says he hasn't forgotten him.
Elizabeth, come on, it's time to get moving.
Booker? What?
Over here, on the radio.
You're not Booker.
Well, of course I ain't.
What have I gotten myself into? I didn't orphan that girl. I didn't kidnap her.
But she made for some exceptional bait, didn't she?
Had to be done.
Did it?
I felt everything that every version of me felt. all of that knowledge. I lost a pinky, but that version of me, she lost everything. And Comstock, that final Comstock, he thought he could avoid his guilt by coming here.
You educated him proper.
Then why am I back here? Huh? I don't remember opening a tear to come back. And who are you? Huh?
I think you'll figure that out soon enough.
I was in Paris. I was happy. And now I'm here dealing with this Atlas, this psychopath. What was I thinking?
That wasn't Paris any more than I am Booker.
Now I have to find this Su Chong, and I don't even know who that is.
Not yet, but you know he's the key, don't you?
To what?
You're asking me. Elizabeth, I ain't even here.
What are you? Huh? And how did you know exactly what to tell Atlas?
Let me ask you a question. You feeling like yourself, Elizabeth?
I feel strange and smaller. I can't see the doors. What's behind the doors? I can't see the future. I can't even see any tears. Stay away from me. Booker. No, please don't. I died here. I was killed by that. Stay away from me! But then, how am I here? How can I be dead in this world and yet... My finger. What am I? I don't understand.
If we're going to end up in the same place, then it's in harm and enjoy the ride.
Are you being cute?
I've come round to your way of thinking.
Have you?
Yes. I do believe one can change things, but after all the bother, one often wishes that one had not.
You're a fatalist.
A physicist.
A fatalist.
So was Newton, especially when it came to apples falling from trees. They always contrived to land with a splat. She left the child to rot.
Are you implying she's the apple?
I'm implying that she did not fall far from the tree.
And now she wants to go back.
I need to go back. To fix what I broke.
Back to where she has no right to be.
Back to where she doesn't belong.
Doesn't belong? Wait, what do you mean?
Do you want to tell her brother, or shall I?
Because I died.
There are rules.
Even for one such as you.
She'll forget.
All the doors.
And what's behind all the doors?
All closed to her now.
She'll be just like the rest of us.
Forgetting the past.
The present.
The future.
I'd wager she won't even remember this conversation. We've arrived. You're trading omniscience and croissance for death and mildew.
I left Sally to rot. For what? So I could punish Comstock? He was trying to help her, to save her, and if I don't make that right...
We all have our crosses to bear.
But there is a thin line between a martyr and a fool.
Lutesses warned me that if I came back here, I would collapse.
Collapse?
From a quantum superposition to just me.
Quantum what?
I've changed, Booker. No tears, no cosmic knowledge. Just a normal girl. With a normal pinky. If I can't open tears, I'm never leaving here, am I? I'm never going back to Paris. You're just what? You're just the fragments of my memory telling me what my future holds?
You decided to come here, Elizabeth. You knew what that meant. Only option as I see it is to trust yourself. Find Suchong.
Just like. I think I'm gonna have to use this air grabber.
You can't buy that.
It's gonna be messy. I don't know if.
Well, a blow to the back of his head will serve just as well. Be a hell of a lot quieter, too.
That's not what you would have done.
I'm not Booker. Just because your father did something one way, doesn't mean you have to.
You're not getting out of this deal that easy. We're not finished.
You'll want to get the drop on him, and quiet. Shh. He can't hear what's only in your head.
Well, he's not getting up anytime soon.
And what with his head all attached to his body.
From here on, it's only gonna get worse.
And how much worse is up to you.
Children are clay, Bradburn. It's up to us to see they become Grecianized and don't return to the mud. Get them young enough. You can mold them for life. Henry! Fetch that black label Lacus, that 12-year-old single malt. Let's discuss this like men. Henry!
Now, let's get its lockpick.
Lockpicking can be easy with the right tools and know-how. Use your lockpick to probe a pin. A neutral pin will open the door. A blue pin will open the door and knock free a noisemaker. A red pin will open the door, but also sound an alarm.
Simple enough. Just a 6-pin tumbler. But there's an alarm. That could come in handy, though. It's a crossbow. Looks like the bolt delivers some kind of sleep agent. Probably phencyclidine or sodium thiopental. They had all kinds of books in my tower. How do you think I always knew what ammo to toss you?
Knowing ain't the same as being ready.
Why don't you ask Comstock how ready I was?
Your father's blood runs in your veins, but it doesn't have to be on your hands. It's up to you.
Ryan the Lion warn us? Those who cannot create will always steal from those who do.
Uncompromising, then fine. This shoe fits, you got me. So, you're against a guy making an honest buck. I thought Rapture was open for business. First, the law gets bribed. You'll want some fella in my privy advising how I defecate. What's next? Martial law? What of it? I'd been told this town was friendly to free enterprise.
Look, Suchong. That's the name you had me tell Atlas. Huh.
I don't follow.
Looks like this character Suchong has taken over the Silverfin restaurant. That's where the tear was that I used when I first came to Rapture looking for Comstock. Before this place was turned into a prison.
But the first time you came to Rapture was in 1960, with Booker. When you drowned Sung.
Over a year from now. Yeah, that's right. When I could see all the doors, it all made sense, but now it's just a jumble.
Elizabeth, you're bleeding.
Now I know what it feels like. All right, if we're gonna find Suchong, the Silverfin is the place to start. I know the way. Here as well. Right after I came through, I needed something to wear that was a little more Rapture appropriate.
Are you in the...
Welcome to the Circus of Value! Come back when you get some money, buddy!
the parasite. We all deserve a piece. If I earn a nickel, isn't it my right to buy candy if I see fit? No, says Peter the parasite. You must know.
Welcome to the circus of value! Hey, I've got a family to feed!
Don't leave me
Stop acting up! I forbid it!
little something water never.
It only seems to be knocking them back.
You're only gonna do real damage that way if they don't see you coming.
Once I could see everything. Every possible moment. And now...
You're just like everyone else.
Why? Why, because I died here? If I'm just like everyone else, I can't help Sally. I can't even get back to where I was.
If you don't mind me asking, love, why are you talking to nobody? If I'd pegged you for a loon, I might have had second thoughts on our arrangement.
I'll hold up my end. But I better find the girl the way I left her.
You're in no position to make demands. But I must confess, I do like a bit of sass in a lass.
Why work hard to put food on the table? And if the good life is
one that killed me.
You can't trade blows with him.
Comstock put him down and he got right back up. I can't hurt him. I could keep my distance, but if I watched myself, he could come in handy. Enemy of my enemy.
Welcome to the circus of... Hey, I've got a family to feed.
There are no excuses in Rapture.
Come back! We can work this out! You're only hiding from yourself.
Come here, hon. Got a sweet idea for you.
To give and not demand anything in return. Why? Who benefits, class? Someone who wants what you have.
With nothing!
How could you just walk away?
disappear from sight, see through walls, and sneak up on your foes.
What's this? Well, seems like central heating came from this room, so it would stand to reason that the ductwork should go to Suchong's. Wait a minute.
I can change. Just give me a chance.
Suchong wasn't exactly a master of subterfuge. He's dead, or working for Ryan. Columbia. He knew about Columbia. And Booker and me. This Suchong must have found a way to reopen the tear I made to come here. But how?
Criminal dealings. Now this is...
A Lutece device. That's how he must have reopened the tear. Look, the tear still leads back to Columbia. Plasmids, Vigors. He and Fink must have been in communication, sharing secrets. Like the Luteces before they were physically together. Why did I need to come here? What does this have to do with Sally?
You remember, don't you?
It hasn't happened yet? I told you I can't do that.
Concentrate, Elizabeth.
No, the doors are shut. They're... Lutece particle. I use the Lutece particle. If it can make a city float.
It can make a prison rise.
I can't open tears, but we could use this device to go to Columbia and find a particle. But it's been vandalized.
You'll fix it.
Sure. You know, my tower didn't come stocked with the Lutece device repair manual.
You will fix it.
Yeah, I'll just...
Elizabeth, you will fix it.
Okay. Okay, there must be some information around here. sodium, titanium. Why would these be on schematics for... It's code. A Visionaire cipher. If we assume hydrogen is A, and iron, the 26th element, is C...
You always used to need a code key.
It's right here. Never underestimate the fallibility of the egomaniac. Looks like a punch list for things Suchong needs to fix the machine. A cold cathode tube, a carbon dioxide scrubber, and a heatsink. Any of the vending machines should have the cathode tube. And we can look for a CO2 scrubber in the bathysphere showroom. A lot of models should have them. A heat sink. Oh, that's... Where in a department store are we gonna find...
Keep your cool with Old Man Winter.
That'll work. Time to find those parts. And then I just have to repair the most sophisticated piece of technology ever created.
Elizabeth, you saw yourself make this repair. You can do this.
Whatever you say. Guess we better find our way out of here. Atlas, you there? I need a favor.
A favor? I don't suppose you've conjured up the miracle you promised yet?
I'm working on it. I'm gonna need some Old Man Winter.
You might try where they hawk them new bathyspheres. As I hear it, Old Man Winter's the only thing keeps their batteries from bursting into flames after 5 minutes.
Thanks.
Think nothing of it. But it's the last favor you'll be getting.
Competition and they're all so pretty.
Penalty for vandalism of Suchong device is death. Even for pretty lady.
I suppose you'd be Suchong. Save your ammunition, your device doesn't work.
Device at work. Vandal sabotage. You are vandal.
Actually, I intend to fix your device. That is, unless you plan on coming down here and doing it yourself.
It's not prudent for Suchong to return to lab. And you say you can fix?
I broke your code, didn't I? Now just give me the one to open that door and we'll see what your creation can do.
1216.
Your birthday?
Enough talk. Fix machine.
How'd you know that?
Never underestimate the fallibility of the egomaniac.
Yes, sir. That's correct, sir. I'm representing Olympus Heights. Hope I do you all proud, gang. For the talent portion, I've chosen a song that's ever so dear to my heart, suggested by my dear, sweet mother. Pack up your troubles in your old kit bag and smile, smile, smile. While you've a Lucifer to light your flag. Smile, boys, that's the style. What's the use of worrying? It never was.
There, that machine. It'll have the cathode tube. Got it. Now I need a fuel.
Welcome to the circus of value.
Man Winter and a CO2 scrubber.
Kill your cravings in the circus of
For those incapable of greatness. There's not enough time. Who hides from the light of reason? Stay! We may make more of you yet. You're only hiding from yourself.
I'm always ready to go. Steady call.
Smart and self-assured like Esmeralda. And good with his hands like Dr. Simon.
there's bathyspheres, there's bound to be CO2 scrubbers.
And why is that?
If you don't remove the carbon dioxide from the air supply in a submersible, you'll suffocate. One thing I did like about Rapture, lots of new books to read. That will need a long-haul bathysphere, something where the CO2 buildup would limit the submersible period.
You okay?
I've seen all this happen before. I've seen everything that will happen, and now I only see darkness.
You sent yourself here for a reason.
A debt.
If that's what you want to call it.
This Atlas. I'm gonna have to kill him. Either that or he'll kill me.
Maybe so.
I'm not you, Booker. Some war hero. I'm not even me anymore. No tears, no omniscience, or whatever you want to call it. Just a whole lot of book learning. And a handful of lockpicks. There. The Stingray. Submersible time of 90 minutes. That's our girl.
All the way up there.
The Grease Monkeys had to get it up there somehow. Just gotta find the controls.
Don't expect conflict from me. Are you some fickle child who won't relinquish your ugliest doll simply because it's yours?
I'm just a star. Period.
Seems to me you're against the guy making an honest buck. I thought Rapture was open for business.
They are very sensitive. Do yourself a favor.
I want to go to Cohen's. I want to go to Cohen's. I want to go to Cohen's. I want to go to Cohen's.
What was that thing? Bet the fella did this ain't far.
Waiting for me.
Make yourself heard.
You spit ramming, you spit breaking, and you leave me what?
There's nothing to be afraid of. I'll just walk away.
No one around? Seems I still have the ability to scare off a patient. To begin the future, we first clear away the debris of the past. And this obliteration begins inside. Inside you.
First, the law against bribery. Then, you'll want some fella in my privy advising how I defecate. What's next? Martial law?
Two's my lucky number. I do everything in twos. In twos.
Psychology, sociology. There's all kind of theories about how to sell something.
You shut up!
Let's test your metal! How long you been two-timing me? Where'd you go?
Enough small talk! Let's get down to it!
We're not finished! I warned you to stop following me. Come on! don't have my permission to leave.
You should be ashamed!
How could you just walk away? Hurry up and come out. I got a lot of irons in the fire. You're not getting out of this deal that easy.
The waters surrounding Fontaine's department store have been seeded with an extensive number of magnetic mines. They are very sensitive. Do yourself a favor. Leave any thoughts of escape to the rules. Right down in Fontaine is going to be what you make of it. So make it
Come here, baby.
How long you been two-timing me?
When can I see you again? Come on.
And before I knew it, Ryan had me bounced out of my own restaurant. And that Korean had the run of the place. It was a good business, I tell you. I never should have told anyone about that light. About those weird buildings I saw floating in the clouds. And most of all, I never should have told no one about that girl who showed up one day in that old-timey blue dress.
When can I see you again?
Everyone wants a piece of me.
Come on! Let's work something out.
I didn't say you could go. Where'd you go? I ain't letting a good lead like you get away! You don't have my permission to leave.
Come back! We can work this out!
Come here! Got a sweet idea for you!
Come on! What are you running away for?
Hurry up and come out. I got a lot of irons in the fire. We're not finished! Where do you get off? Fine, only you get.
This is gonna be noisy.
Come on! Let's work something out! Don't leave me! That's it. We're done here.
Come back! We can work this out!
Yeah. Both always there when they can see. You get used to it. Did you give him my message? I hear you gossiping about me.
You don't have my permission to leave.
You told me to stop calling him, so I did. I would just find the place you stay.
Where'd you go? I made my
Me this entire time! Come back!
Hurry up and come out. I got a lot of irons in the fire.
You left me with nothing!
Come back!
I know.
We can work this out!
I've always been there for you! I know what it takes!
You don't have my permission to leave.
I'm on my hand.
Sometimes I pity the little freak. Such a tiny imagination. Content to sit there with the tanks of Adam tweaking and optimizing. I need to create. Adam is a canvas of a genetic